Good morning. Hopefully, I am ready today to start part two of um, my bear journal. And like I on part one, I showed you how I took the book apart. I folded all the pages. I've got the whole book right here, and I just had that page. I stuck that in there, but I want to work on the cover today. Today, I want to work on the cover, the lid, the thing, the this. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it with fabric. So I have my fabric pieces here that I'm going to use to cover my book. And I'm also going to use carpet tape. I'm a carpet tape user. Some people don't care for it, but I'm a carpet tape user. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get this wrapping off of the carpet tape. Have it nice and wrapped, nicely wrapped. Okay, and maybe I'll sing you a song while I'm unwrapping. This morning I've been busy. I can't believe it. I had a little case of the OCD in my kitchen. Man, I washed everything in there. Everything. I even opened up the oven and took the stove top. Oh, good grief with this. What do they expect? Do they not realize that sometimes little old ladies and little old ladies with not much strength will be opening these packages? Dadgummit, you'd think. Okay, I'll edit this part out. Oh, that's right. I don't know how to edit. I can't edit this part out. One day maybe I will learn to edit. Good gravy. Okay. Now, so my first, well, that stuck to there. Now, this is what I'm going to do first. Now, this is what I do first. I don't know about the rest of the world if they would do this first. But I'm putting this carpet tape on here, right here. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I put that carpet tape right there. I'll cut it to that length. See, it's double-sided. Okay, so now this has still got the stuff on it. You know, the stuff. Yeah, you know what stuff. It's that stuff. Okay, and I was just looking for my, well, I don't know where that is. I'll use this wooden spoon to burnish. Oh, I remembered the word. Burnish. I'm going to burnish that on there. But then I want a piece over here as well. And so I'm going to put that on there. Just perfect like this. And then I'll cut it off with the scissors. And then I'll burnish with my wooden spoon. I used to burnish my children's butts with the wooden spoon. But now they're too big. I can't be burnishing their butt with the wooden spoon. Now if I probably burnished any child's butt with a wooden spoon, I'd probably be sent to the Hooskow. Okay, so now I'm going to put a piece here on the binding. You can't see it. I know you can't see it. So you just have to believe what I'm saying. I put that right there on the binding, but this is going to take two. Now see, I can't give you measurements because everybody's little binder will be a different size. So that's why I can't give you any measurements. So you won't get any measurements from this old girl because I don't measure stuff anyway. Okay, so now I will let's see. Burnish. I'm burnishing. This is burnishing. Okay, now. It's burnishing. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, rabbits and unicorns, I've got that tape on there. Right here. Now I'm going to put, I cut me a piece of this bare fabric, and I'm going to put it on here. So what I'm going to do, I cut this to be the width of the spine plus a couple inches on each side, like that. And that's how I'm going to cover the spine. So I'm taking this protective cover off of this carpet tape, and it is now very extremely sticky. Very sticky right there. Now, so there we go. Now, see? So now what I'm going to do is throw these here extra pieces in the garbage. I'm learning to throw things in the garbage. Okay, so now I'm going to fold this edge down here so it's kind of a folded, closed edge. And I'm going to put that right on the edge like this. And then I will, okay, then I need to fold the bottom edge as well to where it's just the length of the book, like this. Then I will rub it on there just nicely, pet them little teddy bears on there. See that? Now those teddy bears is on there. The carpet tape will hold them in there. I'll burnish it with my wooden spoon, like this, okay? Now, the spine, that's all I need to put on the spine. So now, what I've done here is I measured with my ruler. Do you know I've got like all kind of rulers? And half of them I can't see the numbers. And so this here wooden ruler that was like 25 cents or even less is my favorite. Okay, so then I measured, and I'm going to cover this whole front. But I'll show you how I'm going to do this. That's how I do this. But I see that I want the front to be 7. I'm measuring 7.5 because I want the front cover to go right to here. Okay, 7.5, and then the width, then the whole width of it is 9 3/4. But I cut my chipboard here at 9.5. Accidentally. I would have done 9 3/4, but 9.5 is going to be just fine. So these are chipboards that I took off of the back of, this was on U-pull paper and this was on a watercolor paper. But boy, them chipboards you get on the backs of them things, them suckers is good. Them's good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover each one of these. So I cut me a piece of fabric with my little bears. And kind of looking at the bears to see, there's one that's upright. There's one upright this way. I guess it doesn't really matter because it doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do here now is cover this with this. So I'm covering the chipboard with my carpet tape. See? With my carpet tape. I ain't going to be wasting this tape on carpet. No, buddy. And so, I'm just going to cover that with this carpet tape. Like this way. Sort of like this. And, oh, I want to let you all know, now, if you're in the Scrap and Lizzi Unicorn group, I put up a challenge this morning. First of all, I have to apologize for not being live last night, but I had the blahs. I don't know if you ever get the blahs or if you ever get the plops. I get them. I get that every once in a while. Get the blahs, I get the plops. Yeah, so that was my excuse for last night, not being live when I should have been live. But anyway, I put this challenge on the Scrap and Lizzi Unicorn group. And the challenge I wrote on there because I was talking with my daughter. Me and my daughter Lori, we challenged each other to draw a mushroom. And we decided to make a psychedelic mushroom. And we thought, oh, that'll be cool. So we're going to each make a mushroom. Somehow we're going to either draw it or paint it or color it or build it, grow it. I don't know what we'll do. But we want it to be colorful. So we called it psychedelic mushroom. Look at them. How'd they get over there? So we're going to do that. So then I thought, that sounds fun. I'm going to put that on a challenge on my group. And so I did. But then, I didn't have that sucker up there for 2 minutes when I got a message. The message said, do you realize that psychedelic mushrooms are a drug? And I thought to myself, no, I thought they're just pretty. A mushroom is pretty. People draw mushrooms these days. And so if you draw a psychedelic one, that means you're going to draw one that's all colorful, in my mind. And so I did put a little disclaimer on my little, I still left my challenge up, but put a little disclaimer saying that our group is a drug-free playground. And so hopefully people won't think that I'm promoting drugs, because I sure am not. There's colorful things and mushrooms. There is so I'll get this one up here. There are so many mushrooms lately in art where people are drawing mushrooms and they make pretty ones and colorful ones and decorative ones. And there's so many different kind of mushrooms, and psychedelic is, doesn't that just mean really colorful, like bohemian or something? I don't know. I'm 70 years old. How in the heck? How come that's white right there? That's weird. I don't know. That is the weirdest thing I ever saw. How come that's white there? It's definitely stuck on there. Wait a minute. You see that? It must have been some kind of a flaw. A flaw in the roll of tape. Well, if that isn't, people's going to think I've been eating psychedelic mushrooms. Okay, so I can use this on something else. Let me put that right there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over here, and I'm going to put my piece of fabric right down here, like this. It's going to be my front or the back. I don't know. They're both the same. And I'm just going to put that on there like this. Just beautiful like this. There you go. So don't ever throw stuff. Oopsie, my keyboard's falling. Excuse me, I gotta catch it. There we go, I caught it. Okay, so now that is like this. Now that is like this. Now what I'm going to do is, let's see, do I want to just put that over there like this? Maybe. How thick will that be? Yeah, I think I am going to do that just like that. I'm going to go ahead and, Lord of mercy. Now this here tape. Okay, just a minute, let me fix this. Let's see, we've got a little technical difficulties there. So I'm going to put a piece right here on this corner. And then I'll put a piece right here on this corner, and then I'll put a piece. This was an extra one, okay? Now I'll put this right here on this corner, and then this one on this corner, okay? And then burnish with your wooden spoon. Actually, I kind of like this wooden spoon for a burnisher. Okay. You just never know. You know, we spend so much money on craft supplies and then realize we don't need them. Now that is what's good. Okay, so now I'm going to take this. Well, where's my big old needle? There we go. See that big needle? That's a big needle. Yeah. I think it's a book binding needle. You know where this came from? One of my subscribers that lives in Nazareth. I mean, could you imagine living in Nazareth? She sent me a box full of beautiful things. And she sent me some needles. These big old needles. And boy, have they come in handy. I have this one out right now because I used it on my greeting cards. I've been using this. This is, I have, what do you call it? Corrugated cardboard. And I used greeting cards. And I cut the cardboard. And then I used the greeting card on front and back. And then I took this long needle with embroidery floss on, went right through and pulled that embroidery floss through the corrugated cardboard. I couldn't have done it with a short needle, but I could do it with that one. And so then I just could make a tie there, and then I zigzagged all the way. I'm not done yet. I still have to put tags and stuff, but I don't finish one project before I get on to another. So they put a disclaimer on this fabric because it's flannel. This is flannel. They said it is not intended for children's sleepwear. Well, because you can't find children's pajamas made out of flannel anymore because it's not legal to make them out of flannel because it is very, very flammable. That's the story about that one. And so, okay, now I want to tape this down, but I'm going to put the tape like this, right about here, like this. I better move my needle. I'll lose it. I don't want to lose it. I'm going to put this about right here. Because I'm doing that because I'm going to be punching a hole somewhere here. And I don't want to have, I'm going to already go through one bit of tape. I don't want to go through too much tape with my hole puncher thing. Although I can clean my hole puncher thing with alcohol and get all that sticky off of there. Oh, wait. See, I get to talking and then I lose my train of thought. My train of thought. My train in my brain. My train run off with my brain. Okay, now let me see. Let me put this here. Now, I think what... Oh, no, that's right. I think... I was going to think for a minute, but then I changed my mind. I'm not going to think. Thinking, for me, is not good. You know, like I said, I was having a little case of the OCD this morning, so I got stuff cleaned, you know, clean stuff. You know, I clean the kitchen, but I don't, like, really clean the kitchen. And so, but this morning I was, like, opening the stovetop and stuff and cleaning underneath there. And, but I started steam mopping the floor after I dust mopped it. And I got my dust mop head in the kitchen sink, soaking it to get it clean. Oops, I want to do this. And so But I didn't finish steam mopping my floor because then I said, oh, I want to go make that video for part 2. And so I just left the steam cleaner halfway. It's halfway done. It's halfway done. I'll go do it later. When I'm done with this, I'll go finish steam mopping the floor. I love them steam mops. I don't know why they didn't have them invented when I was raising children and I had so doggone much work to do. But they have them now and I got them. They might have had them then, but we was poor. Well, we're still poor, but poor me. And but yeah, I had an old rag mop, when I was an old rag mop that you could just add new rags to it. If your rags got wore out, then you just put more rags on it. And so one mop handle last year, all you had to buy was the mop handle. You buy the mop handle. I think I got it from Stanley Home Products. Maybe it was the Fuller Brush Man. One of them. And so you buy the handle and it's got this clip on it that you put rags on. Okay, I could have put that down a little shorter, but it works just fine like this. So I'm putting this up here. Yeah, just put rags on it, and then you take the rags off if you're done mopping and you wash them. And you hang them on the line to dry and then put it back on the rag mop later. And but now I have that steam cleaner thing. Man, that thing is no Sweatsville. Now, look at that. There's a little sequin there. That's going to be the front of my book. Then I need to get this other. Oh, here it is. Then I need to get this one too. Now I know this is boring. I know. Because you done seen me do this. And now you're going to see me do it again. So this is like a instant replay. Instant replay. I mean, if you watch replays when you're watching football, well, then it is no problem to watch replay when you're watching me build this book. Because if you watch me build this book, then you'll know how to do it. You probably already know how to do it. But I just assume that I'm the only one that knows how to do some stuff. So then I make a video, and then I see that 99 other people, or 11 other people already know how to do that. So, but that's okay. I can pretend that I invented the wheel. I don't mind. You can pretend anything. You can pretend you're Cinderella. You can pretend you're, I don't know what you can pretend. You can pretend you're a gorilla. It doesn't matter. You can pretend. Pretend is not real. So you can pretend anything. So I'm going to be burnishing this carpet tape because I'm pretending it's carpet. Not really. I'm not pretending it's carpet. I'm just doing my little craft here. And I'm trying to see if I can do this professionally. Let's see. I have to learn how to teach you guys stuff. And if I can learn to teach you guys stuff, then I can charge you a lot of money. I'm just kidding about that. I ain't charging you a bunch of money because I was just kidding about that. I just hear a lot of people now are going to go to Patreon because of whatever's going on with YouTube, so they're going to go to Patreon. But I won't be able to watch them people who goes to Patreon that turns to Patreon because, well, I belong to one Patreon right now. I never go. I pay every month. But because it just comes right out of my PayPal. And I forget all about it until I get the notification. It says X amount of dollars just came out of your PayPal for so-and-so's little Patreon. And I says, oh man, I need to go to that Patreon. See if I can learn something. I don't know. Sometimes I think I'm beyond learning stuff. So I don't need to go. I know enough stuff. You know that I am actually on my 8th decade of life. 8th decade of life. because I'm 70. So I'm beginning my 8th decade of life. So I've learned a lot of stuff. Probably some of the stuff I don't need to know. And some of the stuff I won't tell you I learned. And some of the stuff I can't actually remember I learned. And so because my memory's a little faulty. And so, yeah. I just keep going on anyway, and whoopsie daisies. Put that there. And yeah, so I'm beyond there. They say you can't teach no dog new tricks, you know. I think an old dog would learn new tricks better than I can. But anyhow, oh, I need to burnish. I need to burnish. I'm gonna burnish with my wooden spoon. I don't even remember where I got this wooden spoon. Do you know what? I think I got it in Happy Meal. I think somebody wanted to make me happy, and they did. And they sent me. You know, I've gotten so much Happy Meal in my day. And it's slowed down now, which is really good because I was really getting running out of place to put stuff. So, but boy, have I gotten some cool stuff from Happy Meal. I think that's where that. So that yeah, I bought this piece of fabric. That one I actually bought that because I wanted fabric. I didn't buy it for this journal. I can't remember what I bought it for, but I needed fabric with teddy bears on it because I was making. Oh, I think it was another teddy bear journal, but it wasn't like this one. And I went and bought this fabric was something like you know, and it was the only one I could find with teddy bears on it. His suckers was like $7, like over $7, almost $8 a yard. Can you imagine that? I hadn't bought new fabric in a long time, but yeah, that's too much money to spend on fabric. But I bought it because I wanted them teddy bears. And I still have some more. I still have some more. I think I had to have, maybe I only bought a yard. I don't remember. I don't remember, but I used some, and then now I have it to do here, which is nice and wonderful. And I like things that are nice and wonderful. So here we're still doing this. Take 2. Scene 1, take 2. And so I'm putting this carpet tape on here. It's just double-sided, and it's like my scissors are getting stuck from the carpet tape. So know that will happen, but know also that you can just put a little alcohol on a little paper towel and clean all that off. So you'll be all good and straight. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, not the end of the world. So here I am burnishing. I'm glad I remember that word today, burnish. Because sometimes I go to say that word and then I can't think of what the word is. So I have to make up a different word because I do make up words. Speaking of making up words, my poor hubster. We like to play games. Last night we played categories, me and him. We had fun. It was fun. But I win. It was fun because I was the winner. But he won't play Scrabble with me anymore. I don't like to play Scrabble. But he said, see, he went, you know, he thinks that the dictionary ended like 20 years ago and there's not been any new words. And so there's some words I put down. He goes, that's not a real word. I said, yes, it is a real word. Then we look it up and yes, it is a real word. He goes, that's not a real word, even though I have proof that it's a real word. He says, that's not a real word. I'm not going to play this anymore. And so he doesn't play Scrabble with me because he thinks that the world has made up words, that Scrabble has made up words. So I said, okay, you're not in high school anymore, Papa. You graduated in 56 or something like that. And so, peace, my honey. Last night we played categories. Now that was fun. That was fun. We just played categories. that was fun. And so we like to play games. So anyhow, here we go. Now see, I'm getting that all burnished. See, I still remember the word. Oops, throw these in the trash. I gotta remember. I'm trying to remember to throw things in the trash because usually my trash piles up on the table, and then I have a lot of trash. But the thing is, sometimes I think trash isn't trash. I think it might be for something else. My poor daughter this morning, she goes, Mother, she come to pick up Jeffrey. She worked all night, and then she come to pick up Jeffrey. She says, Mother, you're creating a problem at my house. I said, how can I be creating a problem at your house? She said, I had Jeffrey bring out the recyclables to the curb because it was recycle day, and he took the cans out of the recycle and took all the labels off and washed them all out, and he's got them in his room. I said, oh. I said, Jeffrey, what you going to do with the cans? He goes, I'm not sure yet, but I know I'm going to do something with them cans. And so I says, I'm proud of you, Jeffrey. And my poor daughter, she says, so you're saying it's okay that he's got all these cans in his room? I said, yeah, it is. Okay, so now I have 2 covers. See, I got the front and the back. This is the front and the back. Okay, now I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to give you the next step. So I have the spine is already taped on there nicely. And then, oops, I got to get my, oops, don't fall over. I'm going to get my D's. This and this. Uh-oh, where did I put my paper that's got my little spots on it? I showed it. Oh, there it is. Whew, I was worried there for a minute. Okay, so now, this one's got this guy looking straight up that way, so we're going to put this here. Now I'm going to put this right on the, I'm going to put this here because I marked this, and I marked it, what is it? What do I have it? I have it about 3/4 of an inch in from that edge. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to center these like this. Now what I'm going to do is, I should have had my marker here. Do I have a marker handy? Do I have to stand up again? Wait a minute. Oh, maybe this pen will work. I'm gonna. Yeah, it's working. Whoopsie. And I'm marking each one of these little spots here. Well, as you see, I'm making an art project. And so I'm just getting them all colored in there. And so, yeah, see, I can see them all there. Then what I'm going to do, oh, I'm going to go ahead and do this one at the same time. Now this one, okay. Now that's going to be the front, and this is going to be the back, so I'm going to need the holes on this side for the back one. Okay, but I got a little teddy bear sitting straight up, nice and proud. And I'm going to go just like this. But see, now I got my 2 covers together here, so I'll line these dots that I already made will be lined up over on the other one too. All right, all right. Is that all right with y'all? Okay, so I'm going to go here. I should have stood up and got me a marker. That's okay. It's working. This is working. Okay. So, yeah. My purple ink. I shouldn't be wasting my purple ink. But hey, it's not wasting. Nah. Nothing's wasting. Okay, that just went on black spots. So, oh yeah, I can see it. Okay, so now See there? I see my spots. Okay, just a minute. I gotta get a drink right here. That's good. Okay, now I gotta get this apparatus. I just love this apparatus right here. Now, what I'm gonna do with this apparatus? This is a Big Bite Crocodile 2. Now, these suckers are really pretty expensive, but you know, I have found 2 at yard sales, and either one of them didn't cost me much money. So I gave one to a friend. See, because after I had bought this one, then I found another one like a couple weeks later at the yard sale. So I gave it to a friend and it was just a couple bucks, you know, or something. I don't remember. It wasn't much. And so I said, I couldn't leave it there. I said, I know somebody that can use that. And so, see there? Now what I'm doing is I'm punching a hole on every one of them purple spots I made. It's going to be a hole. Okay. And this is pretty heavy chipboard I'm using, so it takes some muscles to get through here. So, but if you don't have one of these machines and you got a hole punch, it's going to take some muscles to get through there. But you can also pop through it with an awl, AWL, an awl, or a hammer and a nail. Just go outside and put a piece of wood underneath it or something and whack a nail through it. There's ways you can make holes. Well, ask your husband to do it. He may do it. Because husbands, they always want to show off their strength. So, if you ask them, or ask them, don't ask them because that would hurt. But you can ask them. They'll probably just to show off their strength. They'll, and then you tell them, oh, you're good. You know, give them all them kudos. Okay, see there? And I got all them holes punched in there. Now I want to punch these holes in this oven right here. So there's holes, matching holes. So we're punching holes in there. We'll get them all in there. Oh, sorry, teddy bear. Got going through your heart. Went right through his poor heart. Okay, we almost got these all punched. Yeah, now this part I would edit out too if I knew how to edit. But you know what? I don't want to learn how to edit. That's too much work. I hear about people how they edit and stuff. It just seems like that's just too much work. So I just skip that part. And I figure, you know, because you can fast forward. I have fast forwarded on some people's videos, you know, and that works just fine. Okay, now then, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, now we get up hardware. I have these kind of brads, the big ones that you can buy at any office store. And then I got, you can buy these as picture hangers, or you can buy them as for boot laces, and they're the same thing either way. So however, in fact, I think I did put them on my favorite things in my favorite things on my Amazon affiliate link. Doesn't that make me sound important? Amazon affiliate. And every once in a while people buy things from me. Well, they don't buy it from me, but they buy it from Amazon, but they go through my link. And then Amazon pays me money. A bunch of money. $2 a month. That's because not too many people buy from my link, but I don't. It's there. It's there if you want to. I keep telling my husband, I said, now when you buy something, Hubster, go through my link. Do you think he does? No. I say, okay, you got an Amazon package. Did you go through my link? He says, I forgot. Oh, what am I going to do with him? I know it. So I just put what I do here is, see, it's got this is a loop that you would tie the shoelace through, And then this hole here is where you just drop in that brad, and then you put the brad through the hole. And then you spread his arms out so he can say hallelujah. And then that is just as simple as that. Then you go get you another. Get you another. And you poke that in there. And do the same thing. And you do that in all the holes. So now you need to just fast forward till I get these all done, because I'm going to do all of these and the other ones on the other thing too. So I'm sure you'll get very bored very quickly with this. I could maybe tell a joke. Oh, what was that joke I heard? Oh, I can't tell that joke. Oh, no, never mind. My daughter-in-law told me a joke the other day, and it was so funny. I had to go tell Papa, but I can't tell it to y'all because it was not nice. It had a bad word in it. So I have to not tell you. I have to not tell you that one because it had a bad word. Yeah. I have a little golden book that I got with a bunch of jokes. And I was trying to tell my family these jokes, and they wouldn't listen. I thought they were strictly funny. And Aria thought they was pretty funny. My granddaughter, she's 4. Well, she's really only 3, but she'll be 4 in a few days. She was almost a Christmas baby. And so she thought they were pretty funny, though. So at least I had a small audience. Oh, God, that went right through that poor teddy bear's eye. That had to hurt. That had to hurt right there. I like teddy bears. I like teddy bears. I just like teddy bears. You know what? When I was like a youngster, when we moved to Florida from Minnesota, it was like in January of 63. Well, it was in January of 63. No, January 64. Okay, but anyway, that doesn't matter. But I had this real fuzzy coat. Well, once we got to Florida, I no longer needed that fuzzy coat. That was unnecessary. So I used that coat to make a teddy bear. That was my first teddy bear. So I was 14 when we moved down here, so I was already like half grown. And I took my coat apart and I cut out a teddy bear shape and I made a teddy bear. And the buttons that were on the coat, I just pushed all those down there just so that the little arms, the little hallelujah arms would be all sticking out nicely. Okay, now I got to do this one. And so anyhow, what was I saying? I was saying something very important. Anyhow, what I was saying was, oh, yeah, I made, and so all the scraps from my coat, after I got all the parts cut out, the scraps are what I used for stuffing. The buttons from the coat were sewed right down for the eyes and right down the front for buttons. I used the buttons for buttons on my bear. I loved my bear. Now I wish I'd saved it, After a while, when I was 14, probably when I was 18, I thought, I don't need that bear, throw it away. Or whatever I did with it. I don't know whatever happened to it. But yeah, he was a bear. I made him. That was my first bear that I ever made. I have made bears since that. I've got patterns for bears and stuff. I don't make them anymore. I got over it. I used to make a lot of bunnies. I got patterns for bunnies that I used to make. And then I used to make, there's a lot of things I used to do that I don't do anymore. But I used to make puppets too. And I made the puppets for church groups. And I'd get orders from the church groups because they was the ones with the sticks on the hands and the mouths that opened and closed, the big old mouths. Kind of like you would see on Sesame Street. It's so cool. In fact, I still have patterns. In fact, I think I put them in my box of stuff that I was going to sell at my auction. My auction is planned for the 8th, which is Sunday at noon Eastern time. I need to get my stuff together. I need to get my, like they say, my poop in a group and get my stuff together if I'm actually planning to having this. But you know how I am. You know how I am. If you've been a subscriber for a while, you know how I am. I'm kind of wonky. Kind of like a wonky donkey. That was a good book, The Wonky Donkey. You ever read that book, The Wonky Donkey? You need to try and read that to your grandchildren one day. I'm telling you, you will not get through that Wonky Donkey book without having a complete nervous breakdown laughing. Okay, see, so now I'm getting all these on here. See, now I've got all of these along that edge. So I'm going to mash them. Give them a mash to make sure their hallelujah arms will be out there saying hallelujah. So I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 on each side. Okay, now let me put these back in here. I'm trying to remember myself to do this. Put things away, Elizabeth. Put things away as soon as you're done with them. Don't let them pile up on your desk, because then you have all these craftalanches, and it's not good to have to get. See, I used to could get in the floor and pick things up really nicely, but now that I'm a little elderly, it's kind of hard. Okay, so there we go. I'll put these back in my drawer. And where's my paper? I gotta keep that. Put that in that drawer. There, now it's in there. Okay, see? So now how they match? They all match. Beautiful. Okay, so now, oh, this is going to be the front, and this is going to be the back. Okay, so I'll do the front first. So, but what I got to do now is get some more of this carpet tape. And I'm going to carpet tape the whole back. The whole thing. This is the way we tape the back. Tape the back. We tape the back. This stuff is sticky, I'm telling you. I wonder why they make tape so sticky. Yeah. There we go. I'm lucky that this is just fitting just right. I don't have to cut anything in half. You can get carpet tape in different widths. This one here is, how width is this one? Oops, my angel fell down. Isn't she cute? You're right there. Oh yeah, this is 1 and right there, 8, 7/8. No, yeah, no, 5/8. No, 3/8. Okay, oh, never mind. It doesn't matter. It's unimportant because your book is going to be a different size than mine. Okay, and then I put this on here, like this way. Now I got to make sure I have it burnished well. Give it the old wooden spoon trick. Burnish it on there well. And we don't want this thing coming apart. We want this to last until a century down the road, and then people will find it and they'll say, wow, look at this, what they used to do back in the caveman days. They actually built stuff with their hands. Can you believe it? You know, it's amazing what they're going to probably think when they see our stuff. After we're done and gone. We'll be done and gone. We'll be done and gone, and they'll be finding our stuff, and they'll say, what in the world did they do this for? Yeah. They'll be wondering. They'll be wondering. Okay, now get this on here nice and tight. There might be some kind of glue you can glue this with, maybe E6000 or something. I don't know. I don't know. That's just a guess. Okay. That takes a lot of arm work to do that. A lot of arm work. Okay, so now I'm going to, where'd that needle go? Where'd that big old long stabber needle go? Well, oh, there it is. Okay, so now I'm going to take this off of here. Very carefully, very carefully. Pull this off of here. And okay, don't breathe, anybody. I'm going to pull this off of here. And then I'm going to pull this off of here. And then I'm going to pull this. Some people swear by that score tape that people use, some kind of score tape. And you can buy that in big old long, wide rolls too. I don't know if that works any better than this carpet tape. I don't know. Somebody will have to let me know. But score tape is quite expensive. Holy macaroni. You need to almost take a second mortgage out on your house to buy score tape. And so I don't want to remortgage my house. It's paid for. I don't want to remortgage that sucker. Okay, now see, this is the front of the book. This is the front. Oh, wait a minute. No, this is the back. This is, wait a minute. This is, yeah, this is the back. So I'm going to put this, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up right with this outside edge, not with the spine edge. I'm lining this up with the outside edge, line it right up, and get it on there straight, like this. And there, see that? Now, isn't that pretty? And so I'm going to, let me see, it's kind of hard to burnish. You just got to hold it nice and tight and get it nice and tight. Okay, and so then, now we're going to do the front. See?
That's why you was measuring that thing so hard last night.
We got it, now we got to go here, and I'm going to put some more of that carpet tape. Good grief, look at this. Got these little things all over.
When you want to go to Wally World?
I told you, sweetheart. Do you listen to me ever?
I do listen to you.
Oh,
Sometimes
good.
I don't remember what you say.
Okay, tomorrow is my doctor's appointment.
Oh, that's right.
So, but I'm not sure though, because I might not want to, the stores are going to be so crowded. So I might just go to the doctor and then go to the thrift shop. And then maybe we'll go to Wally World like in the middle of the night. Not tomorrow night, but the next night. Because then we can go get breakfast at Denny's while Bambi's working.
Okay, we can do that.
Okay, are you going to remember that? I'm going to give you a test.
Yeah, if you ask me, I might give you an answer.
Okay, I'll give you a test after a while.
Okay.
Okay. But right now I'm making a video so everybody's hearing you.
Oh, I don't care.
Oh, you don't care? Yeah, because I'm teaching. I'm teaching them how to do this. Yeah.
Excellent. You're a good teacher. I've learned a lot from you.
You have learned to keep your socks off the floor.
Keep my mouth shut.
You learned to keep your mouth shut. I love you, Papa. You don't have to keep your mouth shut.
I'm just ragged.
I know. You're a raggedy old guy. Okay, there. Now I want to burnish this down here good, so that that is going to stick nicely. Burnish, burnish, burnish. Or rub it. Whatever.
Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Just as long as you get it stuck down there. You can call it anything you want. I didn't know the word burnish until I started doing these videos, watching videos, and people said for burnish. I said, what the heck is burnish? But then I learned the words. Gotta learn the lingo.
That's true.
Okay. And so, what time is it, Papa?
It are 5 minutes till noon.
Is it? That's why I'm hungry. 5 minutes to noon. When I'm almost going to be done with this part of this series. I'm making a series.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never made a series before, so this is the part of the series I'm doing today. And so, phew,
I'm sure it will work out just fine.
I know it will. It'll be, well, maybe. I'll have to clean a lot of glue off with my, with alcohol. Because the glue from this tape likes to stick on everything. Everything. Now, you guys, you know that if you wanted to do this with paper, you don't have to use fabric. You can use paper. So, and I just like using fabric, but you can use paper and come up with something nice.
I'm gonna get your noon bills together.
Okay. And yeah, because paper works too. I'm just using fabric because I won't tell you. Just because I won't tell you. But you can use paper and do the same thing with paper. Okay, so now I got that on there. Now this will be the front. See, the only, oh God, things are sticking. The only way I know is because I got one teddy bear on each cover that is sitting straight up. Okay, so now I'm going to get that lined up right with the edge, outside edge. Line that right up, center it, and get it lined up. And then put it like this. See? Now. And that will be just like this. And now the whole thing is covered. But what makes it even more beautiful, wait a minute, just a minute. I gotta stand up. I have to stand up just for a second and go right up here to, oh, where? Oh, here. Oh, boy, when you get old and you try and sit down, stand up, sit down, it just takes a lot of energy. Energy that you do not have because you used it all up when you were young. Okay, now I have stuff in here like twine, and that's too stiff. That's in the wrong bin. This is the wrong color. I could have just a shoelace. This is cool. Silver. Oh, I like this. This is kind of stiff. I think I want something softer. Oh, do I want to use this ribbon? You know, the thing is, you know, I might use that ribbon because it matches the bow on the bear. And that ribbon wasn't even supposed to be in here. This is supposed to be for twine. Okay. Now, so what I'm going to do here now, oh, I forgot how I have to measure to make sure I have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how to do this. This way, this way, this way, this way. I probably got way too much here, but we're going to see how this works. I can't get them scissors open, they're glued shut. Clean it with alcohol. Okay, so now, just like you're going to tie a shoe, just like you're going to tie a shoe, start at the bottom, put your...
You got anything to wash these down with?
Yeah, but I got to get food with them, so I'll...
Okay.
But I'm going to eat in just a minute.
Okay.
I might have made this too long. And so... Okay, so you want to get it straight. And I say that because I don't have mine straight. I like this because it's... Why? How do I have that all twisted, Elizabeth Marie? How do you get that all twisted like that? Because you're twisted. That's why, Elizabeth Marie. I'm not twisted either. Okay, wait a minute here. Let me get this in here like this. Okay, I know I've laced a shoe before. Once or twice or 99 times. There we go. Now, see, and so then go to this one. And we're just lacing it like I'm lacing a shoe. Or a corset. You know what a corset is, young people? Probably not. Most young people now, when they talk about a corset, they're talking about the back of a wedding dress, you know, because they have the corset kind of thing. But back in the day, when the ladies didn't care too much about comfort, they would wear them corsets to make their bodies look like they were, I don't know, something. But they all wore them corsets. Yeah, well, I'm glad that was before my time, because I would have never lived through a corset. Oh man, my shoulders. You hear that complaining coming from this old woman? Trying to make sure I got these, don't have them twisted. Now if you use a round cord, then you don't have to worry about a twisted ribbon. This is a ribbon though, so this is going to be really pretty. It's going to be all about my Bernstein bears on vacation. All these bears here are on vacation. So if you didn't see my first video, you'll have to watch. You'll have to, well, no, you don't have to watch it. It's your choice, but you can watch it if you so choose. I don't have anything in a playlist anymore yet. I've not learned that. So, I have to learn how to make like a playlist. Then I can put these in order, in the order in which I'm having a real scary feeling right here that I'm going to run out of ribbon. Maybe not, but I don't know. It's getting a little short here. I don't think this is going to work. I think I have to start it over. Okay. See, and I have it too short. So, but I'm not going to worry about that right now because I'm just showing you this. And I am just going to, oh, goodness me. You know what I might do? Since I cut this too short, where I thought it was going to be too long, I'm not going to undo it right now because I know you guys have things to do. And so what I'm thinking though just right now is that, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go like this. I'm going to tie this in a knot. Right there. I still have 2 rings up here. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to cut me another piece of ribbon. See? There's always a way of doing it. Well, that's the end of that ribbon. So hopefully this is enough. And I think it will because I only have 2 loops. Oh, the scissors are glued shut. Now I'm going to do this. I'm just going to go like this. Rather than to start all over, I am just going to do this. See, I am not a teacher. I am a doer. I'm a doer, and I do stuff, and I do it on a video. If I fail in front of the whole world. And if I don't fail, I don't fail. Which I don't think this is bad right here. See, now this is, oh, that's twisted. We don't want no twisted sisters here. I think there was a band called the Twisted Sisters. For some reason, that name sounds familiar. Wonder what I'll have for lunch. I know there's some leftover chili in there. I don't know if it give me the heartburn. I've had like 5 days running with the indigestion. I don't have it today. I don't know. I don't want to get it either. Okay, so now I just did those top 2. And so now, see, if it so happens that you didn't cut enough, we'll just get some more and start from the top. And that's pretty. That's pretty. Okay, so now tie that in a knot. And then I'll get them. Let me see. I'll figure out what I'm going to do with these. I think, you know what I might do is to make like a little dangle. See, here's now where you can start getting all fancy. Fancy schmancy. There's the book. It's tied all on the back, and I think I might make a dangle out of these extra ribbons right here. I may make a dangle, but this is the cover. That's what we did today. See? That's the cover. So I emptied the book. I emptied the book out of what was originally in it. I left the dividers in here because I'm going to make this into like a chapter book. But the whole book is here just as it came out of the book. And it's called The Bernstein Bears and Too Much Vacation. So it's going to have bears in it. This here piece of paper I just stuck in there because I just wove. It was scraps. Instead of throwing it in the garbage, I just wove them together and then sewed them. But now that is the outside of the book. So that is step 2. Then I'm going to start working on the pages. And I've got some ideas for the pages that I think will be quite awesome. And so that's this. Thank you so long for sitting here for an hour with me. And oh, you know what? Today, wait a minute. Wait, let me see. Looking. Oh, here we're going to look deep into the tea. I haven't read out of this book for a while. Looking deeply into tea, thoughts and prayers. And this is an amazing book. looking deeply into tea. The pictures in this book are all pictures of people in the countries that pick our. Look at these ladies carrying tea leaves for our tea. Oh, and this here, oh my goodness, these are amazing. Now this is the boy with the hat, and these okay, well let me just read this to you. Boy with hat, what mystery lies behind your eyes, behind your luxurious face? Your outer presence is a clue to your inner presence. In India, the greeting is Namaste. I bow to the divine in you. Do we bow together? Do you see what it is like? Do you see what is like you in me? Do I see what is like me in you? When we see that, we become one. With that, I say namaste. And I ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make. And I will see you on the next video. God bless.